And welcome back. Well, here on the program on Mondays, we like to highlight the organization called the Alliance for the Future of Agriculture in Nebraska, or AFAN. Today, AFAN is connecting us with another dairy expert as we continue to celebrate Dairy Month.
Dairy producers work hard to provide the best quality care to their animals. Joining us now with more is Kim Clark. She is a dairy extension educator with the University of Nebraska here in Lincoln. Nice to see you today.
Good morning.
Hey, Kim.
Yeah, so another Northeast Nebraska girl, right?
I am from Northeast Nebraska, yeah.
You grew up in Lee, is that correct?
In Lee, yes,
okay,
that's correct.
Did your family have a dairy operation? Or?
We didn't have a dairy operation, but I did work on a dairy farm. So starting in about 5th grade, helped a local dairy farmer, started with the milking, and then worked my way up throughout the production and did the feeding and worked with the calves. And then I went on to get my college education in dairy nutrition.
That's interesting as a kid how something really had an impact on you.
Yep.
And you've stayed with it here. So let's talk a little bit more about dairy farmers, and really they do care a lot about their animals.
They do. So the dairy farmers really care about their animals. They want to ensure their animals receive the highest quality of care. And if you think about dairy farmers, they're just like you and I. They're consumers. They consume the dairy products just like you and I. So what they produce, their families eat as well. And so they want to ensure that what they're giving their families, the animals receive the utmost and highest quality of care.
Is this some of the things that farmers do, dairy producers do right here? You're seeing some of the pictures.
Yeah, so this gentleman here checking his Jersey cows, this is something common. You're going to see the farmers and employees checking their animals on a regular basis. They'll be looking at the feeds, analyzing their feeds. Is it the proper ration? The ration is what the cows eat. Is it proper for them? And as you look at the calf care, you're looking at their feed consumption and how much water are they drinking, and are the animals moving on, are they their normal selves as they're growing and consuming their food and water?
Sure, sure.
Now let's talk a little bit about quality assurance programs. Dairy farms can participate in those.
Yes.
Okay.
One of the quality assurance programs that we have is the National Dairy Farm Program. And as you can see on your TV, FARM stands for Farmers Assuring Responsible Management. And this program was put into place to ensure that not only the dairy farmers were giving their animals the highest quality of care, but it's also a reassurance for consumers knowing that the animals receive the highest quality of care, that they're receiving the best food, that they're getting adequate water, that their animals are being handled properly. And over 95% of the milk supply in the United States is enrolled in the farm program today currently. So most of the farm that's produced in the United States goes through this farm program.
Oh, yes, and we're seeing a picture here. Tell us a little bit about this.
So on a dairy farm, there's a whole team that's involved in dairy production. It's not just the employees and the managers, but as you can see here, this is a hoof trimmer. Comes in and trims the hooves of all the cows several times a year, usually once every month or two. And this is to ensure that the animal's mobility stays the best that it can, and that they're going to receive the highest quality and be the healthiest animal that they can be. So in addition to the hoof trimmer, there's also the nutritionist that works with the farmer to formulate the rations, and there's the veterinarian that works with all of the animals on the farm too, to ensure that they're healthy and growing and producing the best milk that they can.
Yes, and so really there's a team of people working together to make sure the animals are well cared for. And why is it important, Kim, to get that message out to consumers?
It does take a team. They say it takes a group of people, it takes a village to raise a person. The same thing on a dairy farm. It really takes a team to ensure that the animals do receive their highest quality of care, that they have their highest milk production and milk quality as possible. And so it takes the employees, the managers, the nutritionists, the veterinarians, the hoof trimmers to ensure that the animals are cared for and do receive this high quality assurance.
Okay.
Great. Kim, thank you for coming in today.
Thank you.
Yeah, we
Very
appreciate it.
interesting. Thanks, Kim.